Hey guys, this is Naveen here. Welcome back to Naveen Automation Labs. So last time I gave you this problem that you have to log into this application and then you have to click on the add to cart button where the maximum price is available. So we have multiple prices here, 29, 9, 15, 49, 15 and everything, but we have to check what is the maximum price product and then we have to click on this add to cart. I got a lot of solutions, a lot of people, they mailed me. Some people, they have done some really good work. Some people are using a lot of lengthy, unnecessary code, 3 to 4 for loops that you guys are using. How can we optimize this thing? And then I'm going to show you a couple of solutions. In fact, you can solve it easily with the help of streams. We can solve it with the help of one single for loop, and we can directly inject the JavaScript on the browser to calculate the 49.99, the maximum price, and we will try to click on it. So let's see all these three different methods. Okay, so first we will see the stream. So this is like I'm launching the application on Google Chrome, entering the username password and clicking on the login button, and then I'm landing on this page. So what I'm going to do that I right click on it and go to inspect, and then we will see there is a 49.99. if you try to inspect, it's actually a div class is equal to inventory item price. So if you see this particular class and div.className, there are 6 elements are available. If you see this with CSS selector, it means each and every element with the pricing having the same class. Here you can see that 9.99, 15, 49, 7 and 15 also. So we can do one thing with the help of this class name. We can create one list over here. So driver.findElements, by.className or CSS selector also you can use it. So let's say I'm using this particular class name, and this will return the list of web element. So I'm going to store inside the list of web element, and let's see, this is my price list is equal to this. Perfect. And then what exactly I'm going to do that I'm going to start a stream because it's ultimately a list, and then I'm going to use Java 8 streams over here like this. And I'm writing a chain format over here like this, a stream, and then what exactly you want. Now see this carefully. I want to capture the text of each and every element here, 9.99, 49.99, 15 and so on, because with this class you will see the $29.99 is available, right? So what I want to capture the text over here, but when you get the text you will be getting dollar along with 29.99. I have to exclude dollar from here, then you will be getting 29.99, and then I have to apply some arithmetic operation, like I have to convert that string to double value, because then only I can find out the maximum value out of it. So in that case, what exactly I'm going to do that from the stream, I'll just use this particular function, that is a map to double function. Map to double function is saying it returns a double stream consisting of the result of applying the given function. It means it will consist all the double values, and then it will give the complete double stream having all the double elements. So I'm going to use map to double, and then it's saying that okay fine, you have to give me a mapper over here. So I'll do one thing, that I'm going to create one lambda function, supply all the elements to what. So I'm going to use first of all double dot parse double method, and whatever the E element that we are capturing, E is representing the web element over here, and then I'm going to use the getText method, and this getText method will give you what? This will give you $49.99 or $9.99 one by one. I have to keep removing the dollar from here. So how will you do that? So first of all, if any space is coming, I'll put a trim, and then from this after that I'm going to use a replace method. And what is the old character? The old character is a dollar, and what is a new character is a nothing, that I'm going to use it over here like this. And then when you get it, then I'm going to find out the maximum number out of it, and then I'm going to say okay fine, that is get as a double, that I'm going to use it over here. Okay, so we are going to use this get as a double, that will return what? This will return a double value here. So I'm going to store inside a double. Let's say this is my maximum price value that I'm going to catch it here. Perfect, that's it. And after that, what exactly you want? After that, I'm going to use this particular get double. I'm going to print it over here. So let's see, this is my max price value, And then let's see, it is giving you 49.99 here, a pure double value, and the same value I'll be using in my XPath to click on the button. So I'm going to run it and let's see what happens. So the browser is getting launched, and after login, let's see, awesome, see 49.99 I captured. So you don't need to write any for loop, nothing. You simply write one stream, although stream is internally using a loop only, and then you can simply use a parsing over here and then capture the maximum value out of it. Now what I have to do, I have to create one XPath to click on add to cart. So if you mouse over or if you inspect this 49.99, actually this is written over here like this. So I can do one thing, then I can simply write a div, and then I can write an XPath over here. That is this div is actually, for example, let's see this particular div having this particular text, right, 49.99 with a dollar. So I can do one thing. If you try to use with contains function, let's see, contains a text over here that is 49.99. see, it is not capturing it. Why? See, it is ideally it should capture 49.99. see, if you see this, it is not capturing it because dollar is also included with that in the separate line. So in this case, if it is not capturing, what you can do is that you can write a normalize space also, you can use it. So I can do one thing, instead of text and contains function, I'm going to use normalize hyphen a text function, normalize a space function, I can use it. And then I'm going to say that that should be equal to what, a $49.99, and then you simply remove it here. See, it is pointing to this. So this 49.99 will be my maximum value that I have already captured. And then this div and this button, see, add to cart button is next to this particular div. I can say this is a forward sibling of this div. So I can simply say, okay, fine, this. Okay, so here you can see it is pointing to the following sibling button. And then in the button also, if you really want to, let's see, tomorrow they can add some more buttons over here. So that is also part of this particular sibling. So to make it differentiate, what we can do, that we can simply write a text function also, which is equal to what, add to cart. See, this is what a complete XPath that you can write it, and then you can use the same XPath over here. So I'll do one thing. This is my string XPath for add to cart button that I'm going to use it over here like this. Okay, and then the only thing is that we have to replace this maximum price, that we have to add it over here. So how will you add it? You have to maintain the dollar and then maximum price. So I simply say, okay, fine, that first of all a string close here, and then plus plus maximum price, and then after that again plus, and then this one. That's it. So what will happen? This is the XPath that I have created here. And then I'll do one thing. I'll be writing my driver dot find element. I'll be using this particular by.xpath, whatever the XPath string that you have created, and then do a dot click. That's it. So let's see this is actually working or not. So right click on it, run as test.ng. It should click on the add to cart button of 49.99. See, awesome. It is actually clicking on 49.99 over here. Perfect. So you can create a generic function where you can just simply pass the maximum price, and then you are good to go. Another thing is that if I ask you, you have to click on the minimum price product. The minimum price product here is 7.99. This is Sauce Labs, something like this. It's written. So we should click on this add to cart. How will you do that? Then likewise, we can find out the minimum price also. So let's see, this is my max price. Now I'll be writing this is my minimum price. Instead of max function, I'll be using a minimum function. And then exactly doing the same thing here. That is, I'll be printing the minimum price, and then I'm going to click on it. So let's see, I'm going to print the minimum price here. And then let's see, this is my XPath underscore minimum price. This is the simple XPath that we were using. This is, I'll be writing a max over here. Sorry, that was wrong copy paste. Okay, so let's see it is working or not. So I simply say system.out.println, put a separator so that we will get the minimum price and maximum price separately. And then this function, this entire logic should click on maximum price value and the minimum price add to cart. So here you can see it is clicking on 49.99. That's why it's converting into remove. And then the lowest value also 7.99, clicking on this, converting into remove. And after that you can simply check in the add to cart or not, that you can do it later by your own. So this is the easiest way that you can simply solve it with the simple help, one single stream that you can use it, and then you are good to go here. Okay, now there is another way of doing it. What we can do is, again, let's see, login button, I'm clicking on it, and then I'm capturing the list over here. So I'll just capturing the driver.find elements once again, and then from here, what exactly I'm going to do that I can simply write a logic also, right? A simple if else logic that I can write. So I can do one thing, I can simply say, okay, fine, this is my largest value or maximum value initially starting with 0. And then I'm going to start a for loop here, and then I'm going to iterate this particular price list. Actually, this is price list. So I'm going to iterate this particular price list, and I'll say, okay, fine, for every web element, go to this price list, and then do what? From here, you just simply capture the e.getText method that you capture it. And then from there, you do one thing, you do a replace also once again. Replace with what? Because you are getting $49.99. Replace a dollar with nothing. Okay, and then now you will start getting double quotes 49.99. But I have to remove the double quote, so that's why I have to use a double parser, double dot parse double method. I'm using it, and then this entire 49.99. okay, this will give you a double price one by one. So let's say I'm storing inside the price over here like this. This will not give you the maximum price, this will give you just a price one by one for each and every element. Now I can do one thing, I can simply write one if condition, that if my largest number that initially I declared with 0 is less than the current price that is coming, then I'll do one thing, then largest is equal to a price. I'll keep storing the price value into the largest number one by one. So once the entire for loop is done, then after that I'll be getting my largest price over here. So I'll simply say, okay, fine, system.out.println, this will be the largest price. And then from this largest price, I can simply use the same thing that we have used here. That will be creating XPath with the largest price, and then click on it. I just need to append the largest price here, that's it. Okay, so this largest price will be a pure 49.99 number, and then let's see it is working or not. So same largest price I'm appending here, and then let's see it is working or not. It's clicking on this or not. So yeah, it's launching. Awesome, see, it clicked on 49.99. So with this also you can simply do that, a typical simple for loop, you can use it. Okay, this is also absolutely working fine. Now you just take an example of minimum price. How will you do a minimum price? So you just need to use largest is greater than price, and then keep storing the minimum value, and then use the same minimum value over here. That also you can use it like this. Okay, now let's see the third part. This is something interesting and something new learning for you guys. What I want to write a JavaScript over here. Okay, so I'm going to write a JavaScript, and then I'll inject this JavaScript code, okay, inside the browser. Using what? Using JavaScript executor in Selenium. You must have heard about it, right? JavaScript executor to execute the JavaScript code. So how to create this JavaScript code, right? So for this, I'll do one thing. You just simply go to, see, let me show you once again. You right click on it and go to inspect, click on sources, and here you can click on new snippet, and then you can write a simple script over here. So let's say I'm simply writing a sample.js file that I'm going to write it, and on the console also you can simply execute some script over here. And then here we need to write some basic script in this particular sample.js, and when you write it, you simply click on it so that it will be formatted properly, and then you can execute from this run button also. For example, let's see if I console.log, and then I'm printing some hi here, and then when you try to run this, you will be getting on the console the output over here, hi. You can see that. Okay, so let's see how to perform this. This is something interesting, slightly lengthy, but once this script is ready, you can directly inject this script on the browser to find out the maximum minimum value, and then you can directly click on add to cart button over here. from the JavaScript code. That's it. So how to do this? So for example, let's see, I'm initially going to maintain one variable, that is maximum variable is equal to 0 initially. This is a JavaScript code, not the Java code. And we all know that in JavaScript, and the document DOM object that we are going to create, there is one object that is called document object. And then here we have to use one method, get elements by class. So I'll be using get, and what is the class name? So class name, we can get it from here, that for all the pricing, what is the class name? Inventory item price. So I go back to sources, and then this is the class name. And this will give you what? This will give you a complete list here. And then here also we have one dot for each method that you can write it like this. Okay, and then here again you can use the callback function with the help of lambda. For example, let's see, for every element, here we have to use a lambda like this. For every element, what exactly you want. For every element, what I want, that e dot inner text that I want to capture. See this carefully. If I hit this document dot elements by class name, this script inside my console, and let's see how many elements that you are getting. See here, it's giving you the collection of 6. It means there are 6 pricing are available. You can see 3 plus 3, 6 pricing. And then you go to the first price over here. And then here you will see one inner text property. Here you can see inner text property is, or inner estimate property is 29.99. So this is not a function, this is the object property 29.99 with dollar. Same thing that I'm going to use it over here. So if you see this once again, see this dot for each, if you directly write it over here, let's see in the console directly. And then for every element, what you want, I simply say, okay, fine, that for every element you capture with E and then supply it to the console.log here like this. And then for every element, you give me the inner text property here like that. Okay, so see, it's giving you 29.999 like this. And then I can remove the dollar from here. So same script that I'm going to use in my source. So that's why for each, capture each and every inner text and then do what? After that, I can use a split function here. So see, or you can use a replace also. So let's try with the split. Split on the basis of what? Split on the basis of dollar, because I have to exclude this dollar from here. So the 49.99, this numeric part, the 49.99 part will be the, at which index, 0 or 1, it will be available on the first index over here like this. Okay, so we have captured the first index from here. And then I'll do one thing, whatever the first index value here, I'm going to store a new value parameter over here like this. So likewise, inside the for each loop, one by one, the values will be given, and then I'm storing in this particular new value here like that and put a semicolon. And then I can put a condition here, same thing, the same logic that we have written in our Java also, similar kind of thing. If maximum price is less than the new value that you are capturing it, right? And then I'll say max is equal to, after this, I'm going to find out the maximum value over here. And then let's say I'm printing this console.log, this is my maximum value that I'm going to print it. The last value that we are capturing, the new value that we have captured, actually 15.99, we are capturing it. So in this case, I can do one thing. I'll put a curly bracket over here, and this curly bracket is starting over here. That is the new value that you are capturing. Here, I'm going to use a method that is called the parse double method also. We have to use it. So this parse double method, whatever the 49.99 we are capturing it, it will be converted into a pure parsing value, pure double value, new value that we are capturing. And this is the closing bracket of the if, and this is the closing bracket of this particular this, and then you have to put a semicolon here. Okay, and then after that you have to close this for each bracket also here like this. Now there are no errors. Perfect. Now we should get the maximum value. So I'm going to run this script once again. Okay, it's saying parse double is not defined, so it's not defined. Actually here we have the parse float method, not the double method. So let me run it again. So now you are getting, see, awesome, 49.99 that you have captured. Now this is the console.log, the maximum price value that we have captured. Now I just need to do what? We need to create one element with the help of XPath. So in Selenium we have driver.findElement by.xpath. But here on the console, here if you see this document object, it does not provide any method. For example, get element, we have by ID, by class name, by name, or by tag name. We don't have any function like by class path, by CSS selector or by XPath. So there is one method that is called the evaluate method. So you simply write document.evaluate method here, and then you can just go to the documentation of MD in web docs. This says that okay, document evaluate method evaluate the XPath expression against the XML base, and then it will give you one XPath result. It means it will give you one web element over here. So you can simply see that you can write it, simple pass the XPath over here, and then you create your own XPath, and then it will give you a web element here. Okay, so we will try this particular function. See, we are passing the XPath over here, document null and XPath result any type or something like this, and let's see it is really working or not. So I'll do one thing, I'll just copy this entire thing and then paste it over here. Okay, go back to your sources and then paste it here, and this is my, let's see, the maximum price XPath that I'm going to create, document.evaluate. And what is your XPath that we have already captured here, okay, in the previous examples like this. So I'll just copy this entire thing here. This will be my XPath. So I'll do one thing, I'm going to create another variable, that is my XPath value is equal to what, in double quotes, okay, or you can write in double quotes like this. So this is my complete XPath that I have written, and the only thing is that maximum price that I have to use it over here like this. Okay, and the same XPath value that I have to pass it over here. So evaluate first parameter, we have to pass this one, the document object, pass null, that is the third parameter, and XPath result dot, let's see, any type, and then I'm passing a null over here like this. So this is becoming what? This is not becoming an XPath, this is giving you an element over here like this. Okay, on the basis of given XPath, and then I'm going to use this element dot click function that I'm going to use it here directly. So I'll do one thing, remove it from here, and dot, you try with this. I'll write this is my first underscore ordered node type, and then pass it as a null, and then I'm going to use one more function over here, dot single node value. It means after this, whatever the first node value is available, you give me that. And when you get this element dot click, element, then click on it. So let's see it is working or not. Nice, see, did you notice it clicked on it? So you see, I'll show you. Let me just manually click on add to cart, and now I'm going to execute this script from here. See, I'm just running it, and then see, it actually clicked on it. So I have created a sample JavaScript here, and with the help of this, I can simply inject this script, and then I can simply use it. So the only thing is that you have to prepare this script. If you see, the concept is almost same here. Instead of using Java or using Selenium, I'm directly using the document object model. This object, I'm using it, collecting the list using a for each loop, and then removing the dollar from here, converting a float or double value, and then using the same logic over here, capturing the maximum value, and then same thing, maximum value, I'm printing it over here, 49.99. I captured that, and then using the same maximum value in this particular XPath function. In this particular XPath string. So I captured that, and then XPath is a global property. Either you are running through the browser or running from the Selenium script, it will remain same. The concept will remain same. And then in JavaScript, in the browser, we don't have any document.get element by XPath. We have evaluate method is available. You simply pass your XPath value, document null, and then XPath result, that what kind of result that you want, the first ordered node type that we want, and the fourth parameter just pass null, and single node value. It means whatever the first node value that you captured against this particular XPath, capture that and store in this particular element. This is just like a web element here, and then click on it. So that's why we are able to click on it. See, I'm going to run it again. So let me just run it again. See, it clicked on remove. Now I can do one thing. I simply copy this entire script and then come over here. That is only one time effort. Okay, just try to understand that that's only one time script that I have written in my JavaScript. So I'm going to use this entire script that I have captured, and then using my JavaScript executor here. So how to use this? So I'll be writing my JavaScript, converting my JavaScript driver into JavaScript executor. You have to do is with this js.execute script method is available. What is a script? So this is my script that I'm going to use it. The second parameter we don't need to pass. and this entire script that I'm going to inject inside the browser. Okay, so let's see, this is actually working. Sorry, this one. Perfect. So let's see this is actually working or not. Fine. So till here I'm using Selenium, but after that creating a script and injecting the script with the help of JavaScript executor. And let's see. This is something interesting. If you really want to use that, you can use via this as well. And then let's see, awesome. It clicked on 49.99, add to cart here. And then another thing is that, see, we are using console.log maximum function, where exactly, because this is what? This is not a Java console output. This is not system.out.println. This should be printed on the browser. So see what you do in the running browser, you right click on it and go to inspect. This is just like Cypress. You go to console and then see this 49.99 got printed here. So whatever you are injecting, the same thing 49.99 will be printed here, and then it's actually clicked on it. Perfect. So likewise, you can just debug your code by putting the console.log, directly inject it, and then see what is the value are happening at the runtime. So likewise, you can simply use this. So this is the third way of solving this problem. Slightly lengthy, but once the script is ready, then you are good to go. Just maintain these script, and then it will actually will give you a better performance as compared to the typical way of capturing the streams or using the Selenium methods like that. So this is the solution of this. You can use collections also. You can store inside the collections, and then inside the array list in collection.sort also. And then some people are using capturing the first value in the reverse order. You are sorting and capturing the first value. That also you can do that. There are various ways of doing it. Okay. So easiest way is, I would prefer that using the stream. One single line chaining function that you have to use it. Get the maximum or minimum price, create the XPath, and then that's it. No need to write 2 or 3 for loops unnecessary. First you are iterating the array list and then getting the value from there, and then again you are using one more array list to create the XPath, and then you are using it here. Okay, so this is a solution. I'll upload this solution in my Git repo also. If you have any better solution or any other thing, feel free to write down in the comment section. Definitely guys, I'll have a look. I hope you like the challenge and good learning with this video as well, with respect to especially with this JavaScript. Try to solve the problem with these ways also. It will solve a lot of many things, and then you will be learning a lot of good things over here, and then it will improve the performance of the script as well in certain cases like that. I'm giving you an assignment. You have to now click on the minimum price, or let's say second highest price, by using this JavaScript executor. Just try to solve it. Okay. Thank you so much. I'll keep sharing more and more challenges on my channel. Please subscribe to the channel, share this video with others, and let me know if you have any issues. Till then, take care. God bless you all.